Hello everyone, I'm Chris with U-Haul. Today we're going to review the Hollywood Racks Destination E tray style bike rack for your e-bikes. Now this bike rack is easy to use and it's a reliable way to secure your bikes on your next adventure with friends or family. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at how to put it together and some of its features. We will begin assembly by rotating the mounting shank into position and inserting the T-handle. First, pull the pin off, rotate it into place. You can now insert the bike rack into the vehicle's hitch. You can now insert the through pin and lock with the provided lock. We can now tighten the bike rack's anti-wobble feature. Once snug, lift up on the rack to take out all the slack and tighten snugly. We need to raise our arm into the vertical position. The bike rack has come securely stored. Let's go ahead and remove these frame straps. Now open both your levers and raise into the vertical position. Now lower the levers and lock the arms into position. After securing your levers, verify that these knobs are tight and that the vertical frame is secure. Raise your lever into the up position and re-secure with the strap. You can now install the platform and wheel bridges. Start first with the outside position, line up the holes and pass through your two M8 bolts. Affix two nylock nuts and use the provided tools to tighten snugly. You can speed this up using a 13mm socket. Repeat for the other side. Installing this next wheel bridge and sets of hardware will be easier if we tilt the rack away. So let's go ahead and loosen our tilting knob and unlock it and tilt the rack forward. There are included flat washers for these two M8 bolts. You can now install the plastic caps over the nuts. We can now install the front wheel anti-sway ratchet strap using the provided hardware. Pass the bolt through the lock. We can now install the strap, but first we're going to need to bend it the other way so our teeth are facing up and out. Note that our bolt needs to pass through this hole only and not to use these three. You can now install the rubber protector for the bike's rim onto the ratcheting strap. Repeat for the opposite side. The outside bike frame arm is removable in case you do not want to have two bikes on the rack. As well, if you prefer to have the second arm securely mounted like the first, parts are provided so we could do that. Let me go ahead and show you how. Remove the locking knob and the spring-loaded clamp. Save your tube and strap for the non-removable arm. Press on the plastic piece, pass through the bar on the proper side, being sure it seats fully. Be sure to pass the open end, not the capped end, first. Place on your strap, reinstall your spring-loaded clamp, and rethread on the locking cylinder. You can access the cargo area with no bikes on the rack. We just simply need to lower the frame into the lowered position. As before, we will remove your strap, release the locking tab, repeat for the other side. You can now lower the vertical frame. If you intend to store the Destination E on your vehicle while still on the hitch, let's go ahead and re-lock the vertical frame arms back into place. Secure them with the strap. To store the Destination E for travel on the vehicle, we must pull the T-handle and rotate the rack upward. First, remove the safety clip. Now pull out your T-handle. Now lift the bike rack up and re-secure it with the T-handle. Now re-engage the safety clip. With the bike rack assembled, we can now load a bike. The Destination E does include a ramp for loading the heavy e-bikes. If you choose to use it, go ahead and loosen the knob on the back to open the ramp and retighten the knob. Snugly, but do not over tighten. Line up the hole with the ramp with the corresponding tab on the bike rack. Always roll your e-bike onto the rack and never use its electric power to get it on the bike rack. You will notice the center bridge helps keep the tires straight while loading the bikes. When loading bikes, the first bike must have the handlebars to the driver's side so the front tire can line up to the anti-sway cradle. We can now apply our frame grabber. In this instance, we're going to use it on the seat post. Tighten snugly and lock for the ride. Once the bike is in position, snug your anti-sway cradle over the tire, pass the strap through the spokes, and pass it back through the locking ratchet. This strap does have multiple positions, so in the instance of this longer wheelbase bike, we're going to move the strap forward to better grab the rim. Turn the knob to loosen the strap and bolt. Pass the bolt into the new position, reinsert the strap and locking knob. Adjust your second strap if needed. Be sure to relocate your ramp to the other side if needed. If not, reduce its size and place it in the vehicle to unload the bike. The Quick Connect frame grabber gives you the versatility of affixing various types of bikes. So while this one is in the way, we can still grab another bike. When loading a second bike, do rotate the seat and handlebars opposite each other. Now repeat these steps to strap down the second bike. The frame grabbers can grab a 1-inch to 2-inch frame or seat post, giving us the versatility to grab two bikes with abnormal frames. Another feature is an included red safety strap to snug the bikes and illuminate that they're on your vehicle. With the bikes loaded, we can no longer clearly see the license plate or the tail lights. So U-Haul has you covered with some additional accessories you can purchase and install. There's a license plate holder and additional lights for left turn, right turn, and stop signals. I will link these products for purchase in the description below. Our final feature is the fact that you can tilt this rack away with the bikes on it. Now do note, if you have two heavy e-bikes, you may want a second set of hands to help support the bikes while they're lifted from the back. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we tilt them. Loosen the knob and rotate the handle forward. You can now tilt the bikes forward. This bike rack weighs 46 pounds, accommodates tires up to 4.5 inches wide, a max wheelbase of 50 inches. There is 11 inches of spacing between the bikes. The rack holds two bikes that can weigh 70 pounds each. That concludes our setup and review of the Hollywood Rack's Destination E. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you out there. If you have any questions about this bike rack, or if you'd like to take a closer look at one, visit your nearest U-Haul Hitch Center or visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can also download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.